State, Mr. Kevin Burgess, and all the team from Wales for accompanying him. We are very, very glad. In fact, I came to know about your visit only this morning when we were having a national conference, the third day of the national conference organized by the Christian Medical Association of India. And we were very, very jubilant and happy to know that yes, you're coming to visit our hospital. There's some connection this way or other. So I welcome all the staff, our doctors, the chaplain, the principal, College of Nursing, and also the Vice Chancellor of the Martin Luther Christian University. Although I understand that time is very, very limited, you have a very little time with you, but I am thankful that I'm able to present this small presentation that we have about what is our hospital is all about. It will be sure. It is the same presentation which I made during the conference of the CMI Astrodami. So let's start with this is overview of the entire hospital. You can see that the chimney which I was telling you, and overlooking the hills. Down below these hills is the Umyam Lake, the Barapani, which when you come from Guwahati towards Shillong, there's a lake. That lake is just below those hills below. This is the entire hospital. The entire area of the hospital is about 14.5 acres, and the built-up area, buildings, roads, and approaches, is about 9.4 acres. So we still have enough area, as you can see today, from the hospital, the area below the private ward. We'll start with the presentation. So, a warm welcome, Mr. Mitchell Theaker, the head of India for the Welsh Government, British High Commission in Mumbai, and also his colleague, Mr. Kevin Burgess, and all, of course, those who are from Wales, and all of us are present here today. And also on behalf of the Hospital Governing Board and the doctors and staff of the hospital. But before we start with this small presentation, I would like to perhaps highlight is about the history of the hospital, the contribution made by the founders of the hospital. None other than Dr. Gordon Roberts, fondly called Dr. Robert. Most of the people in Shillong or in Meghalaya, they say Robert Hospital. They don't say H. Gordon Robert, they say Robert Hospital. Everybody knows, it's fun of it. So he started when he came to Shillong, that was in 1930, he started a small dispensary mission compound here in Shillong. And when the First World War broke out in July 1940, he was appointed as a civil surgeon by the government for the treatment of the injured soldiers. And it was during that time he realized that urge came to his mind that yes, we need to have a mission separately especially for the local people who, because of the language problem, because of the poverty and so on and so forth, understand the need to have a separate mission. But that idea was not at all accepted in the very beginning, as per the history we could get from the book written by David Benjamin Rees, or Ben Rees as we call, about titled The Presbyterian Church of Wales in India, the works of the Presbyterian Church of India. It was mentioned there that Wales did not approve the idea in the very beginning, thinking that no, hospital is not required, a dispensary is good enough. But later on, this is a major turning point that took about that government from Wales, they agreed, and also the government of India through government of Assam approved the idea of getting a hospital in this place. So it was inaugurated on the 25th March 2022, which is almost 102 years now. Now this is the major turning point that I want to focus over here, is that in his early part of his career, he's not a doctor. He was not of the idea of becoming a doctor. He was a chartered accountant with the idea of starting the corporate job. If you see the third one, he underwent professional course in accountancy and assisting the firm of chartered accountants with the aim to take up a corporate job. Now, if you see the fourth one, it was during the Great Welsh Revival in 1904-1905, and touched by the fire of revival. And when he heard the evangelistic Reverend Robert preaching on the text, how shall we escape if we neglect? So great is the salvation. It's the letters of Paul to the Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 3. Then he took up the medical studies from that time onwards. So this major turning point in the life of Dr. H. Gordon Roberts also have a similar resemblance, striking resemblance with another doctor who was himself an engineer, and he also become a missionary doctor and set up the Lemon Hospital. That is Dr. Geoffrey D. Lemon, who started the hospital there in Dehradun or Uttarakhand It's the resemblance of these two persons. One is a doctor and is a chartered accountant, and the other one is the engineer. One set up a hospital here, and the other set up a hospital in Uttarakhand, which is still operating operating now. So another prominent doctor at that time is Dr. Robert Arthur Hughes, was also a pioneer of the rural health center. As I was telling in the very beginning, that the hospital will cater mostly those people in the urban or semi-urban setup. But what about the people living in the rural areas? So this has come into your mind that the people living in the rural health center should also get the access, the accessibility to health care, even if it is not a secondary, but at least a primary health care in the area, the localities that they are. So this has come to the setup of the Mawphlang RSC. There's one RSC in Mawphlang, which is about 18 kilometers from here. That was established in 1964. In fact, Dr. R. Hughes joined this hospital, Mission Hospital, from 1939 to 1969. For 30 years, he was in this hospital. Then the Lycosian Rural Health Center in 1969, the Thangsling Rural Health Center 1996, and the latest one is the Meghalaya Rural Health Center 2021, which is currently still under construction and is providing only from the community services only from a temporary makeshift of the office of the Meghalaya Presbytery. So these are some of the facilities provided in this rural health center. And these are the photos of the rural centers. On the left hand side, is the corner. On the top is the Mawphlang RC. The bottom left is the term of the board is for 3 years. So now we are in the third term of the board. And the hospital is also registered through an MOA, a Memorandum of Association. It is registered under the Society Registration Act. It is also registered under the license in the Meghalaya Nursing Home Licensing and Registration Rule of the government. It is also exempted from payment of tax under Section 10, that is 23C, of the income tax. And also the hospital is registered under the Section 80G, not 85. Of the Income Tax Act, and the hospital is also registered under FCRA, or a Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010. These are the members of the board, the latest board members, 2024 to 2027. Reverend S.S. Jaiaw is again the chairman of the board. For every mission, every institution organization, the vision and mission is the thing, the first and the foremost thing, that how we go about in our day-to-day work, whether it is a short term or the long term, or with the vision and the vision. So the mission is to education in the spirit of Christ with the motto, service to man is service to God.